Welcome to the Q2 product webinar. And then just a little teaser, we actually are working on auto-generating nameplates or titles for whichever presenters are currently live. So basically, if I had myself live and I had JP live, up here is where you're going to create an area where you will actually be able to just one click and it will bring a lower third title up for whoever's on the screen, regardless of their current position. Another one that I want to call out is our ability now to handle animated PNGs. So you can kind of see right here in the upper right corner, I've actually got Shoflo Studio as an animated PNG. It's kind of fun. So that's a type of file. It's pretty easy, and there's some good documentation out there all over the internet in terms of how to create these. But we support that, and then we loop them. And so animated PNGs is the way to go on that. You can do GIFs as well too, but we would suggest that down for the background area, as that won't carry transparency. But you can do transparency in really the overlays and the backgrounds, but specifically the overlays makes a lot of sense there. Okay, cool. Another update I want to mention is what we call multi-select directing, right? So the ability to essentially pre-select and stage the sources that you want and then take them live in all one click. So for example, if I wanted to select JP, I could just literally hover right over his source and click it. Just click it like that, and you're now seeing a little checkbox right there. If I also wanted to go over to the media area and I wanted to select that backstage logo, I could select that. You can see now that we automatically went to the featured media right layout because we detected that you have a presenter and a media source. And then also you'll see this area right here in the center that kind of opened up, and we now have this thing called Update Live. And that's just waiting for me to one click, click it. So you could say 3, 2, 1, Q. And there we go, JP's in the house. Pretty simple like that. You could also say, hey, from this look, JP is doing a great presentation, really compelling, exciting things. And then JP wants to bring it to Steven for just sort of a side-by-side interview. So right here, just pre-select Steven, pre-select JP, and then simply click Update Live at the right time. And there we are, we switched to this look. The other big update I wanna mention is that we now actually offer the ability to reorder sources. So if I was to kind of come over here, take myself down, I'll just do like a full screen graphic up here so we don't get too distracted. And so if I was to come to the media area, I can actually click this, drag it to the left, and that is now a possible thing. So you can actually drag and reorder sources right here across your area. And the same thing actually goes with presenters. So if I come down here, I can actually grab Steven, drag it just to the left of JP, let go, and now Steven is there. And so if I was to actually go directly to Steven and JP in the grid layout, we can see specifically that I am in the position 1 and JP is in position 2. And if I was to grab JP chat, move him over to position 1, it's an important thing to note that the scene layout does not update until the next time you actually click a layout right here. So if I click grid layout right now JP is in position 1. So it's a pretty cool way to just sort of control the order of when people are on and off the screen. So scenes, you can kind of see here, we're just going to do a design demonstration of this. Scenes is really about how do you bring in, how do you save exactly what you just created on program. You love it. Let's say you've got this 3 box on the left, and then you've got the featured image or screen share right here on the right. And you're like, I want to save that and just quickly recall that specific set of presenters, that specific background, the layers, all that stuff. And so that's what Scenes is in Shoflo Studio, and this is what we're going to be working on here and are in progress on already. So just kind of to walk you through the flow of this, we're really kind of following this idea of like a left navigation, right? So you can see the panel on the left, kind of following that PowerPoint keynote kind of feel. And that way you can basically create your show, right? It's almost like your run of show for your live stream. And so you can hover over, for example, scene 3, click take live, and it's just that simple, right? Switches to green, loads that into your main program or main stream. And you can just go back and forth, right? It's just very simple to kind of hover over any scene you want and have that be. In the event when you're in a situation where maybe you thought a full screen share was the best answer, but then all of a sudden someone starts talking and you want to bring them back. So that's where we kind of have this idea of like focus and the ability to remove focus. So you see up here at the top, we have focus mode. That's just because maybe you're in a situation where you really want to keep it simple, just advance spacebar from one scene to the next. But let's say that you want to iterate or change something live on the stream. You could click remove focus. That's going to bring back up your sources. You could then hover over whichever presenter is now talking live, click add source or add live. Now we brought them up. We're leveraging our standard auto layouts to sort of handle what the background should look like and what the layout should look like. And then in addition to that, if you look over here on the left side, you see we kind of split scene 3 into 2 different versions. The gray one is actually the version that was originally the plan, which was screen share full. And the new version, green, is what you've actually done. And so if you were to put other people on here, you would see this green one always sort of updating based on what's in the current program layout. And then we're letting you, because during rehearsals, you might be like figuring out what the flow is as you go. So during rehearsals, you can actually come in here and either do one of 2 things. You can either hit update, and that's just gonna dispose of the original scene and use this new look as the new scene 3. Or if you wanted to, kind of starting over here for 1 second, gotta go through my sequence, add her live, or if you wanted to, you could hit create new. And so if you hit create new, we're actually now leaving the original scene 3, but we've inserted a new scene 4 right underneath. So anyways, this is a feature we're really excited about. We've gotten a lot of great user feedback from it. Our designer, Ryan's done an amazing job with it. And so we anticipate to be taking this into beta here, hopefully over the next short period. And so to anyone who's interested in that or wants to sort of join in on a user feedback or a design feedback session on this feature, please let us know, because we're really, really excited about it. The other one I wanted to mention is really just the ability for you to add from our template gallery. So if you click down here in the add source area, and then you choose browse existing media and templates. So we recently really offered the ability to quickly get access to a lot of really cool videos. And so you can kind of see here in our template section, we've got countdowns, we've got digital sort of background and juice type videos that you can quickly grab, hit save, come over to my media source, and there it is, right? And so if I was to go from here and hit solo live on this media source, we can see I just kicked off this 60-second countdown. So pretty cool stuff, and it's really just about this being something that's helpful for everybody to kind of create a beautiful show quickly. Another note on that, if I go over here and I grab maybe JP and myself, we update ourselves live. On the branding side, on the backgrounds, same thing. Right here, if I click add new, browse existing media templates, that's going to pull up the templates, and we just got loads of them. Same spirit of that area in terms of things that you can add in. You now, as add media as a source, by using the same browse existing media and templates, you can actually get access to what's already been uploaded before. So for example, if you're using multiple studios and you wanted to go get a video that someone had already uploaded, you can click the event media tab, and that's going to get access to a whole bunch of content that we've already used before. So a couple of other kind of just features I wanted to mention to you. One is video playback. This is a feature that we're expecting to basically make available here in the next few days. I can demo it right now. But if you see right now, if I hit solo video on this, I just kicked off this 1-minute video, and I have underneath it our sort of playback control bar. And what's nice is I can actually come over here and hit pause. And now I can hit play. So right there, that's just something that is new. We know a lot of people have been using our video playback. It's one of our, we really think the way that we handle video playback is a strength of ours. But obviously you need to be able to control it. And so being able to have this here is a big part of that. Being able to scrub forwards, backwards, do whatever you want. Right now we have the count up, and then we're also going to be introducing the count down so that someone can actually see how much longer they have in any particular video before it actually lands, before the video is over. So that's an exciting update there. Awesome. Well, the last one I really want to hit on is what we call theater. It's kind of something that we're really excited about. It's something that we're hoping to be releasing here over the next few weeks and months, definitely in Q2. So theater is really all about being able to stream to an audience easily, right? If you think about it, whether you're using Shoflo Studio or vMix or any of the other cloud-based studio platforms, you have to stream somewhere, right? You're not just doing this for fun unless you're doing pre-records. You need to stream somewhere. And so how do we kind of make that a little easier? Traditionally, especially if you're not streaming to social media, but if you're streaming for more of like a live event stream, the standard workflow is you need to go find a Brightcove or a Vimeo. You need to create a channel or an event. You need to create that. You need to copy that RTMP URL and stream key, put it into your application, stream to it. Then you need to go get the video itself and embed it into a microsite or some sort of client page at some point. And so theater is really about taking that and trying to simplify that process way, 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 way down. So this is something that we're rolling out. And so there's a lot of questions, I'm sure, in terms of like usage, pricing, all that stuff. And so we'll not be addressing that here today. But so theater will be a new option on your right side. And basically, whenever you're in a studio, you're going to be able to create a theater. It's going to be really, really easy. And so I'll actually minimize my screen a little bit here. And so each theater comes with its link. And so if I just kind of open that link up here for a second, we can see that this is what this particular theater looks like. It's actually pretty simple. You land directly on the page. I've got a featured image in here, kind of loud and extreme, I think, right now. But anyways, this is the featured image that I set it at, and the stream has not yet started yet. So if I went back over to Shoflo Studio, yep, okay, good. Actually, it's already there. So I got that link already popped out, which is nice. So if I go back over to Shoflo Studio, you can kind of see that I've got this stream preview going on. So whatever is actually in there, right? Whatever I'm producing, I don't have to send it to theater. I have control over when I do that. And so you can see here that generally speaking, it's going to be about 10 seconds or less for the stream to get from whatever you're seeing locally in studio to what your viewers are going to see. So that's actually pretty low latency end to end. I think Vimeo might take 5 or 6 seconds to get there, but then another 20, 30, 60 seconds sometimes to get all the way to the attendees. The technology and the way that we've brought this through is actually less than 10 seconds, which is a really, really great number. So in terms of what you can do from this, people can pool inside of this theater and gather. We do have chat, and we will have polls and Q&A in here as well too. And really it's up to you as a director, but you can kind of look at your preview, get confidence about it, and whenever you're ready, hit start the stream. And as soon as you do that, you can see it's actually going to switch from the featured image to the player. And so if I kind of come over here and just run a video like this 60-second countdown video, it'll kind of give you an idea of what that length is in terms of what it takes to get from your studio all the way to the theater. And it's generally about that 7 to give or take like 10 seconds. So really, really, really powerful. This theater stream, just so everybody knows, is actually an HLS stream. So it's adaptive bitrate. You can come in at SD, HD, full HD. Can be watched on your phone, can be watched in the browser. It can be embedded into another platform or into a microsite of your own if you'd like. And then just to kind of back up one level above what this is sort of what we call just a very lightweight sort of landing page for your guest. And so that just means that we're going to let them, land here if you want. You can also send them directly to the player and to the actual theater. But if you wanted to, well, we're just letting you kind of do a nice little title, a little description, set when the date is, so that if you actually wanted to support multiple theaters, i.e. a morning and an afternoon stream or session, you could kind of list those out in a really nice and simple form here, and then hit join now as you wanted to. So that is a little bit about theater. We're really honestly excited about this product. It's something that we're hoping to bring to the market really in the next, call it 30 to 60 days. And so if that's something that's of interest to you, if you feel like you'd like this could be a really good use case for the type of streams and events that you're producing, please reach out. We'd love to do a more focused demonstration of that along the way.